Hey beautiful people, my name's Taylor, also known as Priceless Tay.
And I'm your co-host, Teddy Rosarian.
We want to welcome you back to What the
Finance!
It is day number 8. How are you guys liking this series so far? By the way, it's Taylor at Priceless Tay taking over today's podcast. Sorry, Teddy, but today's on me. Today we're going to be talking about WTF, what the F, are 5 steps to starting investing now. These are supposed to be mini little clips series for you guys since we're doing this day after day after day after day, and I hope you guys love that. So I'm not going to get too much into detail. This is going to be getting your toes a little wet or a little icy during this winter time, I guess, and just giving a general overview of the 5 steps at least I think somebody should take when first starting to get to investing. Now, of course, this is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion, and you can do whatever you want to do with it. So let's get right into it. First things first, you always got to go back to your budget. I explain this all of the time, guys. If you don't know me, I talk about the money tree. The money tree starts off as a seed, right? All things start off as a little seed. This is where the budget works. Eventually, you make your money tree by contributing to that budget and getting a good credit score, investing in a Roth IRA, so on and so forth. But in order to do all of that stuff, which is investing at the end of the day, we need to prepare our budget for that. So there's many different types of budgeting methods that you can do. The 50-20-30 rule, 50% goes to needs, 20% goes to savings, 30% goes to wants. Of course, guys, this is a very flexible framework. If you are somebody who's not living with your parents and you have a really high expense and your rent costs you, or your mortgage costs you 90% of your income, okay, 90% goes to need, 5% goes to wants, 5% goes to savings. If you are somebody who lives with your parents and you don't have any expenses, you can say, okay, 30% wants, 70% savings. You guys get what I'm saying here? Okay, make your budget knowing those 3 principles: your needs, your wants, and how much you are going to save. I do believe that you should be saving. The percentage that you are choosing should be always higher than that of your wants. Of course, guys, though, this is all my personal opinion. You can do what you want to do with it. Just make room in your budget for investing. Step 2, after you start contributing, I guess, to that budget within your savings, start contributing some of that money to a Roth IRA. Now, for those of you who don't know, a Roth IRA is a tax-advantaged retirement account. That is absolutely amazing. It can literally make you a millionaire when you retire, unlike some who may be listening that your parents are still working and they may never be able to retire because of taking care of you chilies. But no, in all actuality, in all seriousness, not to shame anybody who's still working during their retirement phase or period, is really start contributing to a Roth IRA, change your family's future, create generational wealth. You will have millions of dollars if you just start investing into a Roth IRA. Taylor, where do I open up a Roth IRA? You keep on talking about it, but I have no idea where to start. Got you guys. First off, it is a whole video in itself, so you can check out Tapintuit for that. Tapintuit, not sponsored. But You can go to TD Ameritrade and open up account. You can go to Betterment and open it up account. It's very, very simple to do nowadays. Quick recap about the Roth IRA. It can make you a millionaire by the time you are 59 and a half years old. There is a maximum contribution that you can make, which is $6,000 currently in 2020. It's $7,000 if you are 50 or older. Next. Okay, once you are contributing to a portion of your Roth IRA and you still have some monies or funds left over, if you're young, guys, it is time to start dabbling in with the stock market. I'm not saying to buy Tesla right now, or I'm not saying to buy Facebook, or I'm not saying to buy Apple or Amazon. What I'm saying is to start off with some index funds. These are just for safety. It is basically your way of getting an Easter basket full of all sorts of prizes in there and you being able to have the whole entire thing. So within an index fund, it typically tracks an index. One of the most popular ones is the S&P 500, which tracks the top 500 corporate companies in America. You can go and get it if you want to, and they're really pretty much safe. There's usually an average of 8 to 12% per year of growth, which is absolutely amazing compared to a normal savings account. But of course, there are years that there's not that much return. But again, this is on average 8 to 12%, which is roughly around 10% per year on your monies. Again, you can open up an account with TD Ameritrade. You can open an account with Public. You can open up an account with Robinhood if you want. It's really up to you. And if you're unsure about which brokerage to open up, go check out the price post on Tapintuit. There's some really good resources for you. It's free to check it out and to see if a brokerage is going to be right for you. I think I'm on step 4, and that is to start taking a look into individual companies. Now, like I said, we are young. So typically the principle is when you are young that you will have more time to recover financial losses. So what this means is that you can test out the water with options. You can test out the water with day trading. You can test out the water with buying individual companies like Tesla that go up and down, up and down, up and down, and we have no idea where it's going to go, similarly to the market right now. These are going to either win big or take you back home and make you want to cry and go to bed. That's literally sometimes how it feels. But when you're young, since you're not really looking for retirement, that's when you want to get in, because when you're going near retirement, you want to have safety. But when you're young, you just want to be young and wild and free. And that's what you can do with the buying individual companies. Lastly, step number 5, this is optional, but I do believe since there are so many educational resources out there like Tapintuit, you can do this on your own and learn on your own. But if you don't have the time or you don't want to put in the effort and you really just don't feel comfortable managing your own money, check out a investment professional. Go to a financial advisor, somebody who's a CPA, a CFA, all these different acronyms that basically stand for somebody who's able to give you legal financial advice. These people will help you manage your money, and of course, there are going to be some management fees when this happens. So if you win big, guess what? Somebody's going to take a little bit from you, and that is going to be one of the downfalls, but potentially one of the upsides as well too, because they are going to be managing your money. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but this was such an amazing episode. I'm laying down in bed right now actually filming this, and I'm just chilling and talking to you guys. Up next is going to be a really fun podcast with Teddy. She's going to talk about some DIY gifts to save money for this upcoming Christmas year. Awesome, guys. I will talk to you soon. Make sure to go follow us on YouTube and subscribe. Peace. You've been listening to WTF, What the
Finance
with the one and only
Teddy Rosarian.
And last but not least, Taylor Price. Make sure to receive all of the updates on WTF by texting WTF to 424-226-5797. Message and rates may apply.